Hey guys, welcome to a grey and rainy Monday morning. I'm about to go out and thrift for the second time after Denmark opened up again. I did go thrifting last week. If you haven't seen the video, I'm going to put a link down below, but I'm going to look for the usual bits like vintage clothing, Bohemian home decor, unique bits for my apartment or for the boutique. So we're just gonna have a really nice beginning of the day. I'm gonna check out some thrift shops that we didn't go to last week. I don't know if I'll regret that I'm not wearing a coat. I saw this vintage color through the windows when I walked by, and I thought it was really pretty and really interesting because it's not something I usually find in thrift shops, and it had so many details. This is, by the way, a thrift shop that I've only been in once before because it opened not so long ago, but last time it was pretty interesting and pretty high quality. So I had a look through the dresses, but everything was produced within the last couple of years or so, I didn't really find anything interesting in the dresses or blouses section. This coat though was so soft, but it was also $150, which is insane. So I looked at all of the bits and bobs as I always do. I always fall in love with things, but then I'm like, but I don't really need it, and then I put it back. I did find this one that I'm a little bit in regret that I didn't buy, because it would have been so pretty for a plant, and it fits right into both my apartment, or also it would look really cute in the boutique. Then I had a look through the furniture department and I found another one of these teapots, this one in silver. I'm so in regret that I didn't get it for flowers. I think it would look so beautiful. I also had a look through all of the mirrors, even though I don't need any. I was in love with this wall hanger, but couldn't figure out any place to hang it up, so I decided to leave it by, but I always love to look at the mirrors. That was my first find, and I'm going to show you everything by the end of this thrift trip, of course. I actually don't know what thrift shop to go to next, so I might just go into Google Maps and see if there's anything nearby, or if I should go out on the countryside. Maybe we should go by the thrift shop that I used to work at. I have not been there for I think half a year now. It would be fun to just drop by, see what they have, if there are any goods, and just like see if they're okay. So I think that's where we're gonna go next. We're gonna go to Genbrugshallerne. This could get a little bit interesting. Looks like there are a lot of people here. The parking lot is full. So I only just made it through the doors before I found these sunflower cups that were pretty cute. But oh my god, it felt so amazing to be back. I used to work here almost every single week, and then I found this vase. I've been talking about vases for such a long time. It even has flower cuts inside it. It was so beautifully and fair priced. I also found this one that I quite like. It's really retro with this orange red flower on the front, but I decided I wanted the glass one a lot more. Then I was looking at embroidered fabric. I love to look through them and just enjoy what they look like, but it's actually rare that I buy them because I don't really know what to use them for. But they're just so amazing and so, like, I can't believe someone has made these by hand. I think it's so impressive that I always look at them. If I had a big house with a conservatory, I would want tables like these from the 70s, and then with 1 million plants. I can just vision that in my head. I also found this weird photo album. I think it's such an odd thing that you can just find family albums in a thrift shop. Like, all of these people actually lived at some point, and that just blows my mind that you can buy them and their history in a thrift shop. But I continue looking for treasures. I mean, this boutique is huge. Kind of really like this brown bowl, but it had a size where I don't really know what I would use it for. I was also really impressed by this butterfly collection. A little bit creepy, but they're also so beautiful. It was also priced at around $100, which is fair, I guess. One day when I'm gonna become a true grown-up person, I would love to have a collection of crystal glasses. I have been looking at these for all of the years that I worked in this thrift shop, and at some point I would love like just having a few of these. They're so beautiful. They're actually not that expensive, about $20 to $25 each, but they're so beautiful. It has just started to rain quite a bit, but it was so lovely to be back in the thrift shop that I used to work at. One of our like typical customers, he looked at me and said hi, which I think is so crazy. Like, I'm wearing a mask and I have not been to work. I haven't worked here for over a year, and he still just like looked at me, said hi. Like, he didn't even have to think. Crazy. But I found something so useful today. I find a lot of pretty things when I go thrifting. It's rare that I find something that's super duper useful and that I actually have looked for and needed. I found this super retro jewelry. I'm gonna use it for jewelry organizer thing. It is pretty old school. It does need a bit of cleaning, but yet it's so perfect. It's orange. It has a lot of storage space, so this is so good. I have needed one of these. I've just been too cheap to actually go and buy one, so this is just perfect. And the last thrift shop of the day, a Red Cross that I've been in many times before. It is usually really organized, things are in good quality, but today I must admit I was really surprised by how crazy high the prices are now. This typical boring red sweater from Sarah was $8, $7–8. This bag though, I was looking at for quite some time trying to come up with a good reason to buy it, but I don't need this sized bag. Okay, I did not remember everything was so expensive in here. Like, just a really boring blouse is super expensive. The only fun thing I found is this one that I'm just gonna try on. I'm just gonna put you there. I just quickly came by the store to drop off the new organizer, and then the plan is to go home and show you everything that I found today. I actually think I managed to find some really good things, considering that I stayed in the city center where it's really popular to go thrifting, and therefore most often a lot more difficult to find like the Spitzenklasse pieces. But I'm gonna show you everything in a bit. I just wanted to drop this bit off so that I can possibly organize it tomorrow at work. I can already promise you that when spring is actually gonna kick in, we are gonna take some trips around to some more like countryside thrift shops and like do some really nice spring and summer trips, and I can't wait. I hope it's gonna be an amazing spring and summer this year. Have some elderflower. I'm now going to show you what I found. I actually found just one clothing item today, but I have already predicted that I think it's going to be harder and harder for me to find pieces in thrift shops that I'm really impressed by, because I don't know, my expectations are pretty high. But I did in the last thrift shop that was really expensive. I only got one thing, and it's a very typical 70s homey bit. I bought this one for my kitchen. It's in dark green with 70s flowers and white on it, and it was just so cheap that I could not leave it behind. Some of these that you find here and there, they're in really bad quality. This is really great. So it was only like, I think this is $1.50. That's pretty cheap. Like in some places where you find these in good quality, they are like $10 or like between $10 and $20, I'd say. So that was a good find. I debated whether or not I should get this one with myself for such a long time. I put it down into my cart and I just kept looking at it. I was like, do I have somewhere to use it? Do you really like it? And then I just ended up concluding that I did like it that much. So I'm gonna find a way to use it either here in my apartment or in the boutique, because I just think it's so yeah, like unique. I don't think I've seen anything like this before when I've been out thrifting. And then I found a vase. I saw this the moment I came into the thrift shop I used to work at, and it's just so beautiful. Like, look at the details in this glass. It has a beautiful flower here. It's like so beautifully like carved in the glass. I love the top bit. I just thought it was so beautiful, and it was only like, how much is this? About $7, $8. Oh yeah, that seems right. So it does have a bit of rust on the inside that I'm going to try to see if I can remove, but overall I was just captivated by this one. I think it's a gorgeous piece. Then I bought something very 70s. I already have a few of these in my kitchen. They are to protect tables from like your pot and stuff. It does have one bit missing here, but still it was less than $1. That's a really good find for me. I think it's super cool. Then I found something a little bit weird that we're gonna try on in a second with the other clothing item I got. I bought a color, a very old school white color. It does have a few stains, but yeah, I was thinking maybe it would be possible to dye. It would just look so cool if you, as an example, wore a dress that didn't really have a beautiful color, and you can add this as like a really stunning piece. We're gonna try it on in a bit. I don't know if I'm gonna look like a grown-up baby. You can help me decide what it looks like. And then I got two pieces of fabric that I don't quite 100% know yet what I'm gonna use for. I'm thinking either like a picnic blanket. I'm thinking to turn it into something else. Maybe just to use it as a tablecloth, as it's probably meant to be. But I just completely fell for this orange one with small flowers here. I think it's such a beautiful 70s color. And then I also got this one that's also so beautiful. It's in a really light yellow color. It has these amazing details around the edges. I don't completely know how I'm gonna use it yet. And then too, the only actual clothing piece I found this time around, and I was actually really like reconsidering whether I should get it or not, because it was a little bit expensive, but it is vintage and it is pretty cool. It's gonna be a lot easier to just show you when I wear it, but it's a blue blazer jacket with gold buttons. You can see the buttons here. So let's just jump into the bedroom. I'm gonna try on the collar and this one, or maybe I should just try them on in here. Yeah. So that is the blue blazer jacket that I could also close. I'm just thinking with the right outfit, maybe on top of a beautiful dress. I think this is going to be really lovely. It has a nice length, a little bit shorter on the back. It's just very classic, very nice vintage blazer jacket, and I love gold buttons. And we're gonna see if this is the weirdest purchase I've ever made. I don't know. If we just pretend that I was wearing a dress instead, Let's say that I was wearing a dress and I put this over as the collar. Is that just plain weird? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. I think I could make it work with the right dress or the right vintage blouse. That was all from today's come thrifting with me video. I'm drinking off the glass I found last time we went out thrifting. So if you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna leave it down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down below which piece was your favorite, or if you think that I can actually rock this color in some way, or if it's a weird purchase, let me know. And then I'm just gonna see you all very soon with a new video, and let's go thrifting soon again. That would be amazing. So leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't, and I'm gonna see you all again very soon. Bye guys.